half action. If you're just joining us, it's the Little Big Game week here in Amador County. Argonaut JVs are ahead right now, 18, and the Amador JVs have 14, 4-point difference. Fun first half, Frank.
Well,
a lot of action.
Yeah, it was a pretty good first half. You know, Argonaut took the opening kickoff, went down, scored a touchdown. Amador came right back in their possession, went down, scored a touchdown. Then we had a couple punts on both sides. Argonaut got good field position with a punt, went in and scored again. And then then Amador came down and answered. Then Argonaut got in one more time. But so far, Argonaut has not been able to convert a point after. So they've got 3 touchdowns, and they've only got 18 points. Conversely, Amador scored 2 touchdowns. They converted the first 2-point conversion, failed on the second try. And, you know, at the end of the game, when it gets close, if you can't convert those extra points, even if it's a 1-point, even if it's a kick, those get really big. They really become a big part of this game, because right now it's a 4-point game, but Argonaut has scored 1 more touchdown on Amador, but still only up by 4 points. So, you know, that could loom as this game continues. But good first half by both teams, and I think we're going to be an excited second half here.
All right, and we're waiting for the clock to tick out some time here.
Wow, all of a sudden the Sutter Creek police had 2 cars down here, and they both just peeled out in a hurry.
Well,
something's going on.
Maybe something happening in Amador City.
Perhaps.
Yeah.
No, I don't think they have
mutual aid.
I don't think they have mutual. Didn't the sheriffs have?
Yeah.
Anyway, well, why don't we duck out here a little bit? The clock ran out for halftime, but they reset it for 2 minutes left. So let's just take a quick timeout, and we'll be back when we get closer to the start.
Okay, we're going to start the second half finally. Argonaut will be kicking off to the Buffs. Back deep for the Buffs. Number 6 is Marino, and number 1 is Thetford.
Who's kicking off for Argonaut?
Ramage, 25. Not a lot of big kicks tonight, and there's another one that's not too big.
Little pooch.
Oh, he
ball on a fumble. Ball's loose.
He dropped it. I don't know. Let's see what comes up here.
Well, you know, whenever you see one of these, both teams are pointing that they've got the ball. I think Amador got it.
Amador's got it. That was number 66. Looks like he came up with it, Frank. That would be Hawkins. So, 1st and 10 from the 36-yard line, 37 of the Buffs.
All right, here we go. First play of the second half. Thetford goes in motion, straight ahead handoff. That was Gilmore. Looks like gain of maybe... let's call it 4. It'll be 2nd and 6.
Thetford up to about the 45.
Going to be just short. Yeah, just short a couple yards of the first down, Jim. Just straight ahead running.
Reminder, the overall sponsor of the game of the week is Jackson Tire Service, headquarters for tires, wheels, brakes, you name it, they've got it. 801 South Highway 49 in Jackson and Highway 88 in Pine Grove. Again, Jackson Tire and the Bavaro family, overall sponsors of the game of the week.
Well, 3rd and 2 for Amador in this first possession of the second half. Both plays, quick hitters right up the middle. The first one to Reese, the second one to Thetford.
Little movement. Yeah.
Delay a game.
Oh, okay.
Going to be a delay of game. That's going to march him back 5. And, boy, that's something that you just hate to see if you're a coach here for Amador. A 3rd and 2 becomes a 3rd and 7, and those are totally different situations. That timeout. Now, Amador burns a timeout. Yeah, Amador takes a timeout.
Regroup here and see what comes out.
Well, that's a big 5 yards there on that penalty. 3rd and 2, and it just seemed like it went quick. It didn't seem like they were taking that amount of time, and all of a sudden, it was a delay of game call.
And a couple of the coaches, Amador coaches, are wanting some extra information here from the refs about that call. And now
the officials are
conferring in the middle of the field here, too.
Well, and Whitehead's going to come over and talk to the Amador coaching staff. I think that timeout was more for them to question the call than it was for any kind of strategy. This is an argument you're not going to win.
No. All right, I think we've got things settled here.
Well,
oh, maybe not.
I don't think it's settled on the minds of the Amador coaching staff. All right, now I think we're done.
So it's still a 5-yard penalty. 3rd down and about 7.
Boy, somebody for Argonauts out there with a big brace on that right arm. Is that Ramage?
25, looks like it.
All right, we're getting going now. Burns under center, 3rd and 7. Straight ahead handoff, nothing doing there.
Where to go? That was Thetford.
Well, Amador's going to be forced to punt.
Going to bring up 4th and 7.
That's one of the things that we've seen, that Amador has not been very proficient at the punt so far tonight. Gained very little yards on that. It looks like maybe they're going to go for this.
I think they are.
No, they're going to go back in the punt formation. Argonauts not dropping.
No,
they're not. They're
No,
going into under center. Pitch going around the left side, trying to get Thetford outside.
No.
He's going to be short of the 1st down. They're going to turn it over on downs.
So they make it to the 45, but not the 1st down mark. So Mustangs will take over on downs.
Well, it's what we were talking about in the first half. They're picking up very few yards each time they punt from a net play. I mean, there's not a lot of downside from going for it when you're picking up 10, 12, 15 yards on a punt. So Argonaut's going to take over on downs. They'll have it 1st and 10. Again, great field position at the 45-yard line. Argonaut comes out double wing formation. They're in tight.
Albiani at quarterback. Cloud of dust there, Frank, and a good gain.
Was that Kramer? Was that 21? Was that Addison Kramer?
22.
Andrew Hernandez.
So he gains about 6, make it 2nd and 4. Or 5.
Yeah, possession started at the 45-yard line. The ball is just the nose of it is sitting on the 40, so it'll be 2nd and 5. Again inside. Hernandez is going to get it again, trying to get across the right side. No gain on the play.
I don't think he made it to the line of scrimmage there, so it's going to be a 3rd down and 5. Jackson Rancheria Band of Miwok Indians has embarked on a major effort to upgrade every park and ball field in Amador County. Currently in progress is the Chausey Indian Grinding Rocks and the Jackson City Cemetery. The Park Restoration Project needs your help. For information on sponsoring or better yet volunteering, give them a call at 223-8405.
Well, 3rd and 5 for the Mustangs. They took over the 45-yard line. Good field position.
Timeout.
Timeout, Argonaut. We saw in the first half neither team used any timeouts until right at the end of the half, and now both teams have already burned one. So something on this 3rd and 5 play that Argonaut wanted to talk about. Just not comfortable with either the look that they saw from the Amador defense or possibly the play selection that they had. I wouldn't be surprised to see that go route again that they ran. They had a wide open receiver that they dropped that ball because they'd run that twice, and both times the receiver's open. The first time Albiani just didn't see him early enough. And the second time delivered it right on the hands and just couldn't pull it in. So
some of these linemen here, Frank, it's the only game we're going to do for JVs on offense. Number 85 is a tight end. It's going to be Ben Hayes. Number 70, Billy Pooh, is I think on the left tackle. We got number 69 in there. That's Aaron Braswell. We'll get over to the Amador side in just a second here. Get some linemen in. Got to give linemen their credit, right?
Pitch coming this way. Oh, good penetration by the defense.
Nowhere.
Nothing going. Loss of 5 or 6 on the play. Hernandez tried to get outside to the left. Good penetration early by the right side of the Amador defense. So Argonaut's going to have to punt. So 3 and out for both sides here to start the second half.
We take a timeout.
Oh my gosh!
Can't take a time. Not enough guys.
They don't have enough guys. Addison Kramer was back there counting, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. I count 11.
Well,
boy, that right there. You burned 2 timeouts this early in the half. Only leaves you 1 remaining for the game.
that was a little bit odd. I don't know if they weren't. I don't know. Maybe they might have had a fake or something set up. I don't know.
No, not on 4th and 10. I think it just counted him wrong. Kramer was in the back getting ready to punt, and he's counting all the guys, and all of a sudden looks over and calls a timeout. I counted 11.
And nobody's come back in, so there's still 11 out there. He forgot to count himself. That could have been it. So he wound up with 10. He saw 10 guys out there.
Yes, he did.
Yeah. All right, 4th and punt. So 2 timeouts burnt here in the third quarter of the second half.
Good snap. Kramer.
That's going to get a roll. And that's
nice
going to roll
job.
inside the 10, I think.
Yeah, inside the 10-yard lines. You know, we've seen him punt twice that have pinned Amador back to the 12, and that ended up in good field position both times the defense held. So Amador's going to start 1st and 10 from their 9.
If you change your own oil, it's illegal to dump abandoned used and hazardous substances. Take your used waste oil and filters to a certified recycling collection center. For a center near you, call the Amador County Waste Management Team at 223-6429. Again, it's Amador Waste Management to take care of used oil and filters.
All right, so Amador with their backs against it here, 1st and 10 from the 9-yard line.
Pass.
Oh,
wide open.
Oh, boy, that ball's up in the air.
Up in the air.
That's intercepted.
Yeah, that was just a floating.
It was just a matter of who was going to catch it. There were 2 defenders there.
So that's Hernandez.
Hernandez got it, but there was another guy camped right there under the ball. That ball just got up in the air. There's some wind blowing out there, and you need a strong arm to cut that wind, and that ball went up, and it almost looked like a parachute. So Argonaut's going to take over after the turnover at their 27-yard line. So 2 interceptions here by the Argonaut defense. One right at the end of the first half. Second one right there with 5:15 left in the third quarter.
That's Kramer, 21, up to about the 25.
Yeah, I think they're going to spot it about the 25-yard line. The only gain of a couple would be 2nd and 8.
No huddle. They're on the line right now, speeding it up.
Oh, hit right at the line of scrimmage.
No
that
gain.
time they tried to take a toss around this left side.
That was White. So no gain brings up a 3rd down and call it 7.
Well, obviously in 4-down territory down here with the ball sitting on the 25-yard line.
All right, just about 4:15 left in the third quarter. Got a pass.
Albiani wants to throw. He's got a receiver open.
85.
Caught. Complete. No, he dropped it.
Incomplete. And that was Ben Hayes with the reception and the drop.
Well, Ben Hayes had it. He just could not complete the play. As he brought it down, he was hit and not able to hold on to it. Good pass by Albiani. Good route by Hayes. He was open. Just the second drop of the game for Argonaut that would have resulted in first downs. So
right.
4th down now and 7 for the Mustangs. Clock stopped with 4:03 left in the quarter. Albiani wants to throw again. He's looking to the left. He lofts one up. Underthrown.
That was way underthrown. Again, Hayes, the intended receiver, but actually had to run back on the ball and all for naught. So,
well, and that ball never had a chance for a first down. That's just too long a throw for a JV quarterback. You've got wind out there, and when you're trying to roll one way and throw all the way across your body where you've got to put that ball in the air about 25 yards, you got to run something short to that side of the field that gives them momentum to throw. You just don't have the arm strength to complete that pass.
So the Buffs take over on the 25-yard line, 1st and 10.
So futility so far by both offenses here in the second half. Gilmore in the backfield. Motion coming to 42 this side.
Got some running room. Cuts back in. So gain of about 13, 14 on the play.
Well, I'll tell you, that was really nice. When you talk about a running back, that was McCoy. That was really nice patience. He got outside. He looked like he had a corner. He had a blocker in front of him, and he just kind of slowed it down and let the play develop. And as the defense was funneling this side, then he cut it up inside for a nice gain and a first down. Good patience by McCoy. Yeah, there's a flag there. It's going to be against Amador.
Procedure call. I think Tedford was kind of running around not knowing where to set, and I don't know if they called it on him.
Yeah.
But that had to be it.
So that'll back him up 5 yards. That'll make it 1st and 15. McCoy going around to the left side. Oh, nice job of the outside blocking by number 12. Able to pick up about 8 on the play, knocked out of bounds about the 44-yard line. Looks like they're going to mark it at the 43.
Alex Barron threw the block there, number 12.
So and again, McCoy slowed it down and allowed his blockers to get out there and push, allowed them to get around that corner. Nice vision and nice running by McCoy. Boy, I was just looking there with the glasses, Jim. I want to tell you, the center for Amador, number 76, Alex Case, that is one big young man, 6'4". Inside handoff to number 6, hitting the backfield.
It's going to bring up a 3rd and about 7.
That was number 18 from Argonaut. Did a good job in penetration there. Was tackled by Ryan Albiani. So 3rd and 7. For Amador, the ball sitting just short of the 45-yard line, the Amador 45. Straight ahead handoff.
Thetford. Oh,
nice
play.
Job by number 22, Hernandez. Shot through the gap, dropped him for a loss. That'll set up a 4th down. Loss of about 1 on the play. Nice job by Hernandez.
All right, so they're in punt formation.
Yeah, that was just a real nice read and reaction by Hernandez there. He was on his key. There's the best punt of the day for Amador. Going to bounce down inside the 20-yard line.
Yeah.
All the way down about the 16.
American Legion Ambulance has been serving Amador County since 1929. For $100 a year, your household is covered for medically necessary ambulance transports. For details and ticket information, give the American Legion Ambulance office a call, and that number is 223-2963. Again, Amador Post 108, serving Amador and Calaveras counties.
Well,
Right.
Argonaut's pretty much got the worst field position that they've had all night after a pretty good punt from Amador. Takes the ball down all the way to the 16-yard line.
Under 2 minutes left in the third quarter here. If you're just joining us right now, it's 18 for the Mustangs and 14 for the JV Buffs.
Albiani gives it coming this
Whoa,
way. Johnny
opening.
White, he's got room. He's fast. 50, 40.
And
Hit at the 35 down to about the 29-yard line. Finally ran down by number 20 for Amador. Just a quick little hitter coming around this left side, and White busted it outside, and he had to be run down.
60-yard run.
All the way down, finally brought down by number 20. That's Andrew Keeter for the Buffaloes. And Argonaut's quickly back to the line.
They're ready to go. They want it going.
White again on the toss. Still driving forward
He's
down
up to
to
the 25, I think.
about just short of the 25 is where they're going to spot it. Good power running by Johnny White.
Marquez in on the stop there, number 2.
Run by Argonaut's Johnny White.
So they're going to place it at the 26.
Bad spot.
Taking down after a 3-yard gain. Number 8, 2nd and 7.
So it brings up a second down. 7 to go. With under 50 seconds left in the quarter.
Boy, big score right here to make it a 2-possession game by Argonaut. This will probably be the last play of the quarter.
Well,
Whistle.
delay a game.
It's a late game.
Yep.
Operation CARE is a nonprofit organization providing domestic violence and sexual assault support services for youth and adults in Amador County. If you become a victim of domestic violence, contact Operation CARE's 24-hour crisis line at 223-2600. Again, the crisis line number, 223-2600.
All right, so it's second down, call it 13 for Argonaut. The ball sitting at the 31-yard line after the 5-yard penalty for the delay of game. Hernandez in motion. Albiani pitches it out to number 2. Oh, great penetration there by the
just
defense.
gets nailed by 81. That's Martin. We've called his name a couple of times tonight on single tackles.
Boy, did a nice job there.
Came in from the defensive end and just squashed him.
Just nothing going on there for Kramer.
So it brings up third and about at least 15, 16 yards.
That'll be it for the third quarter as time runs out.
And we're going to bow out with the score right now, 18-14. Mustangs on top of the Buffs. Stay tuned for fourth quarter action.